Oh, here we go. Yeah. Nice. There we go. One bit down there. Hey, welcome back to another video. This is my code. I've been coding. I'm doing intro aside, I have actually been getting work done, and now I'm making a video about it because that's what I do. It's the circle of life. Let's get into it. First up, AI-assisted coding. I'm talking about GitHub Copilot. For a bit of background, GitHub is a massive code repository company bought by Microsoft, and they used code they had access to train an AI to write limited functions and blocks of code. So this AI doesn't write whole programs for you, but it does do the menial tasks. All right, it's time for a demonstration. So you can use GitHub Copilot in quite a few different ways. The way that I have been using it most recently, though, is to write a comment in English and see what it comes up with. And it's been pretty good. So let's take a look at this example. I want it to generate a function to retrieve campaign tiles with buildings. It thinks for a little bit, and the suggestion comes up in this faded gray, and I just have to hit tab to accept it. Now this recommendation is really close to what I need. Has buildings doesn't actually exist, but I do have a building which I can check to see if it's null. And with that, it's done. So you can see it's not a lot of code, but it would definitely save me some time from typing in this boilerplate, these loops, and this list. So it's fantastic. And that's not all it can do. Get the answer to life. The universe and everything. See, it auto-completed it. It's 42. Oh, it's fantastic. Now there is a small legal question about who owns the code that GitHub Copilot generates, since it was trained with code from all over the place, and it could possibly directly paste in someone else's code. I'm not too worried about this, mostly because of how I use it. I use it to do pretty simple, basic things, very short chunks of code that I don't even think could be copyrightable, and the logic isn't very complex. I'm not really that worried. All right, let's talk about what I've actually been working on. If you recall at the end of my last video, I wasn't sure if I would work on campaign graphics or the networking code. In reality, I'd pretty much made up my mind, which was to work on the networking code. The way I see it is there's no reason to update the graphics until I know I've got a good game. And in order to know if I've got a good game, I need to do playtesting. And in order to do playtesting, I need to have a stable network connection. So network connection first, enable playtesting, do playtesting, graphics last, if that's what I want to do. And at that point, I might be willing to spend a bit of money to get someone else to help me with that. But we'll see. Before showing off the new network recovery stuff, I need to talk about the UI again. After my last video, I noticed unupdated UI elements or things that could be further improved. There are a lot of moving parts in this project now, so it's very easy to miss things. The panels themselves looked really good, but the font, it bugged me. It needed to change. So here are the latest UI changes. I've updated the font everywhere. Here's some side-by-side comparisons. Basically, the new font style just matches the panel style, and overall it looks really good. Some of the panels have these nice tween animations on them now. I hope it's not too much, and I guess I'll figure that out during the next playtesting. Based on how I've done it, I think I could easily add an option to disable it if people aren't happy with it. There are now notifications. They appear along the right side, like in Total War or Civ. If you mouse over them, they expand, and if you click on them, they go away. There currently aren't that many things that generate notifications. Disconnect, reconnect will, and being defeated will. We'll see if more are added over time. Okay, so the actual network recovery. How does that work? Well, if you get disconnected, you get a pop-up to reconnect, and every other player is notified about the disconnect. If you manage to reconnect, everyone is notified, and you're good to go. If the disconnect happened at a bad time during the campaign, basically during turn processing, for example, then most likely the campaign and the server will be broken to some extent. There's lots of things being tracked there, and if the synchronization falters, that's it. So now I've added a button and the ability to reload the last campaign turn. Basically, it just resets it to the previous state, and you continue from there. Hopefully this will allow us to finish more actual campaign playtests, and if we run into some issues, we can just go back and try again. What this all means is that I'm almost ready to do another playtest, so might be organizing that soon. That's all I got. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna leave you with a clip of me failing to create the intro for this video. See ya. Oh really? Alt F4 doesn't work. Okay, let's end it. Man, that just didn't work. The whole intro was supposed to be that Alt F4 and then it closed the code in. Oh god, come on. Well, I'm here now, so Welcome back to another video. And I also just realized that I left my space heater on, and that might be in the audio. What a disaster.